The Perry Anthony Salon and Spa Network have developed their credibility with a library of publications displayed in consumer, editorial, and trade magazines. Their cutting-edge flair has driven this group to expand their creative abilities beyond the confines of conventionalism. A single image is designed to express an idea and capture its viewers, and reality as we see it becomes reality as we feel it. Photography and print work are a daring and innovative language that commands a response from all. Competition is the development of grace, skill, and the ability to overcome any challenge. This design group boasts national and international recognition. Located on the north side of Route 7 at the Shops at Limestone Hills, is one of Pike Creek's hidden secrets. A salon and day spa dedicated to provide the ultimate services and atmosphere to suit your every need. Feel free to stop in and browse through our boutique that offers a complete selection of designer jewelry and hair accessories, or explore the vast array of state-of-the-art professional hair care products and styling tools available. Our developed staff of uniquely talented stylists will surely bring you into the new millennium. A thorough consultation will assure you of a satisfying result. We invite you to ask about our extensive services that range from precision haircuts, blow-drying lessons, exclusive color techniques, bridal packages, hydrotherapy treatments, fashion wigs, makeup instructions, nail art, and corporate seminars, to name a few. Your privacy and sensitivity to chemicals are always our concern. We have designated an area exclusively for those services. Our technicians are trained to complete the network of our full-service salon. You will find that their competence is both revealed in their maturity and consciousness of their craft. Our nail care area is just off the main salon and offers a full range of nail services, including nail art, a spa manicure, sculptured nails, silk wraps, pedicures with mini reflexology, foot massage, as well as a spa pedicure that includes a leg and foot mask with a paraffin dip. Allow us the opportunity to help you relax. When you enter the shampoo area, our technicians will prepare you for your services with a thorough shampoo and relaxing massage. Our cosmetic department will custom formulate any color palette. Awarded nationally and internationally for makeup design, it will assure you of exciting results. Ask about our featured makeover, instructions, and other color analysis. We also offer bridal packages for that special day. You can also be assured of our exclusive products designed for a flawless finish. Our day spa encourages a healthy quality of life with nurturing treatments and detoxifying agents to promote and improve your overall wellness. A great escape will leave you lounging in luxury. The men's club features distressing facials, or treat yourself to a new mom's day to celebrate your new life. Customize your own gift packages to remember for always.
Perry Anthony Scarfo, president of the Perry Anthony Design Group. I'd like to welcome you to another edition of Beauty by Design. On today's program, we'll be doing 3 complete models. Our stylists will be doing 2 changes on each model. What we'll be doing is a complete color change on the model and also a complete design change as far as the hairstyle itself is concerned. We're also going to be, one of our models say, will be removing quite a bit of hair, so we're going to be donating that to Locks of Love. I'll talk about that a little more in the program once we get to that model. So what I'd like to do at this point, I want you to stick with us. I'm going to go in the back as the girls are starting their chemical processes and see where they're at this point. So stick with us, we'll be right with you. And now we're here with Kelly, our first model, and our first designer, Lee. I'd like to welcome Lee to the show. This is our first program that she's actually done with us. Welcome, Lee.
Thank you, Perry.
Okay, now on Kelly, Lee, I can see that you've pretty much completed the foils that you're going to do today. And we had talked earlier, Lee said this will be a two-part process to the color process. Now, obviously, the foils are the first process. What I'd like you to do, Lee, is maybe demonstrate what you've done in the foils so far, just for our viewing audience. Can you do that up in this area, if that's where you're working, but also explain to them the reason why you're foiling this area?
Well, I did a diamond shape on the top of her head,
right,
just to give her some depth, because underneath will be a semi-permanent color.
Okay, the semi-permanent color will be the second part of your color process, correct?
Right.
So what you're saying is you did your foils in a diamond shape up here.
Correct.
And like you said, you want this to be a little deeper, but also to have a little more impact in the overall design?
Correct.
Okay, why don't you do me a favor, just demonstrate for our viewing audience. The reason I want Lee to demonstrate this is so you can see exactly how much hair she's weaving and placing into the foil. That way, as a finished look, you'll be able to see how much of an impact you get when you weave out, obviously, this much hair. So Lee's placing the foil now
And they're
underneath
side
there.
by side.
Now, this color that we're using here, is it a high lift color? This is going to be lighter, the strands in the foil.
This color is a permanent color.
Okay, will it be darker than what we're doing back here or lighter than what we'll be doing back here?
It is going to be lighter.
Okay, very good. Why don't you just go ahead and apply that? Very good. Now, as Lee had said earlier, this will be, I think, her last foil. Is that correct, Lee? This is your last foil? And then what she'll be doing, I'm going to let her go and finish that. What she'll be doing after that is applying the semi-permanent color on this particular model's hair, and she'll be doing that, as far as I know, around the perimeter here, and then also, Lee, okay, you're finished that? With the semi-permanent, you'll be applying it on the perimeter. Now, will you be applying that up top here?
In between the foils, also, we'll put the semi-permanent color.
Okay, great. So that way that will leave no lines of demarcation of the color completely. I should say the base color. And you said earlier, this is a warm medium brown, correct?
Right.
Okay. So what will happen, what Lee's saying is she will apply this color to the complete perimeter and then actually go up on top here between the foils. You can see some of this hair that she has left out. And this color will also be applied there. So there's no lines of demarcation as far as a blend between the foils and the base color she's doing. So what I'm going to do, Lee, I'm going to give this to you. We're going to let Lee start to apply this, and what we're going to do, we're going to move along now to our second model. So we're here with our second model, Kristen, and our second stylist, Angela. This is also Angela's debut on our show today. So, Angela, I'd like to welcome you.
Thank you, Harry.
Okay. What I want to do here is, what Angela's doing on Kristen is similar to what we showed you on our first model that Lee was doing. So rather than be repetitive and show you the foiling again, what I've done is let Angela go ahead and put the foils in, and as you can see, she is applying the color. Now, the color process will be very similar, again, to what we're doing on our first model, except the colors used will be different. Now, what I want to do at this point, Angela, can you explain to our viewing audience what they can expect from this? They saw our first model, so they realize that there's foils up here, and this is going to be a little bit different color than this. But can you explain to them what we're going to have here as a finished look color-wise?
Sure. What we're going to have is some warm red tones in the foils, and we're actually darkening up her whole base. So we're going to do like a nice rich chocolatey brown in between, and then after all that's finished, we're going to go back in and break it up with a few lighter pieces just in the top.
You'll be doing that later with a few more foils?
Yes,
all
after
right,
this is all done, just to see where to place them.
Okay, very good. Why don't we do this then? Why don't we demonstrate? We demonstrated on our first model the foils. Why don't you demonstrate exactly how you're going to do this color? As you can see, she's placed the color all around the perimeter here. Do you want to show exactly how the color will be done in between the foils? Now keep in mind, as Angela said, in the foils, we're going to have a little more of a red tone than we're going to have on this base color that she's applying right now. And as we had done with our first model, we don't want any demarcation. We want a nice blend between the base color and the foil sections in here. So as you can see, she's applying that, being very careful to get it down to the scalp, and then what she will do is run that through the ends. You can also see in here that Kristen, when she came into the salon, she actually has blonde highlights in here. And Kristen had said that she had the brown with the blonde, but she was just really tired of it and just wanted to warm it up. That is why we're going back in and changing the overall look to, like as Angela had said, a chocolatey brown out here and then some red highlights in here. Then she'll go back in as a finish just to fine tune and perfect it and maybe add a few more foils. So what I'd like to do at this point, I'm going to let Angela finish this up, and I want to thank you again, Angela, and we're going to move along to our third model.
Thank you, Perry.
You're welcome. And now we're here with our third model, Ashley, and we're going to talk a little bit later on the show. Ashley has donated some of her hair to Locks of Love, but when we get to the cutting stage, we'll talk more about that. At this point, I want to focus on the chemical stage, which our third stylist, Adrian, is doing. Adrian, do you want to explain a little bit to our viewing audience what you're doing here on Ashley?
Okay, well, I'm using a few variations of color, two which is a high lift color, just to make like 2 different color blondes.
Very good.
I'm putting a low light in just to give it a little bit of depth.
So you're saying you're working with, in the foils, there's 3 different colors. You're using 2 blonde shades, and then the third color is the medium brown, correct? Now, when you're totally complete, foiling the head, are you going to add anything else to this?
Yes, I'm going to tone the rest of this color. Almost like her natural color, but like as the years gone by, this is like got sun damage, so just
I
like
can see
refresh
her
it.
in. So yeah, let's just hold that up. You can see, like Adrian said, from the sun damage, when you sun damages the hair, it will fade the hair out because what it does, it actually fades the pigment in the hair. And pigment is attached to protein. So anytime the hair gets damaged or it lacks protein, it will actually lighten up like this. So what Adrian said she's going to do is once she's completed foiling the entire head, just to make sure that she comes up with a, a total blend, she's going to take the remaining hair here and put a lighter brown on that. So let's keep in mind here, we have 2 different blondes in here, a medium brown in here, and then as a finish, she's going to go through and put a lighter brown on all the hair that's remaining. Okay, Adrian, do you want to do us a favor? Just go ahead and demonstrate one foil so our audience can see exactly how much hair you're weaving out and putting into each foil. And as I said earlier, I'm going to continue to talk, Adrian, while you're demonstrating here. As I had said earlier, Ashley was kind enough to donate some of her hair that we cut off. It's a company called Look of Love that we are affiliated with. And exactly what this company does, you donate hair to them. It must be at least 10 inches. And we'll show you the amount of hair that we removed from Ashley. We'll show you that a little later in the program. But you donate that to Look of Love, and they make wigs and they make hair prosthetics for patients of the hospital, any type of patients that have lost their hair from treatments, illness, or disease. So it's a great organization, and I think it's a great consideration for Ashley to want to donate her hair to that particular organization. As I said, we'll talk a little bit more about that in the program, and if any of you out there are interested in removing a lot of your hair, say your hair is to the middle of your back, and you do want to remove at least 10 inches, you might want to contact us here at Perry Anthony Design Group. You will see the number scroll across the TV program at certain times. Just contact us here, and we can have you come in and you can donate that to the company. I think it's a great way to give to a charity of our choice. Okay, did you demonstrate that? Hopefully, did we get that on camera? Why don't you do one more just to make sure we get that for our viewing audience? I just want to see exactly what you're weaving out here. All right, so I can see you're taking very fine sections, but I would say a semi-chunky weave. Okay, very good. I'm going to let Adrian go ahead and finish her foil, and then she's going to go in and, like I said, put a lighter brown on this hair that's remaining, and we will get back to her when she starts to cut, Ashley. So let's move along to our first model now and see where Lee's at as far as her cut design is going.
Thank you, Perry.
Back here with Kelly, our first model, and Lee, the stylist. And as you can see, the first stage of this makeover is complete, which was the color service that Lee performed. If you remember, Kelly was the one that Lee had the diamond-shaped area up top and did the foil up there, and she did 2 different colors in the foil and then went in and did the perimeter with a semi-permanent color and went in between the foils. And as you can see here, can I use your comb just for a second, Lee? As you can see here, how the highlights up top, you can see the 2 different color foils. You see a paler blonde and then a darker blonde in here, and then you can see how the color blends all that up top. What Lee's done, she's about 3/4 of the way finished cutting here, and I said to her that I asked Lee to stop because what I want her to do, she's coming to a focal point, and I'm going to turn it over to Lee at this point and let her explain what she's going to do. The focal point is going to be the front of this. Lee, do you want to explain what you're going to do around the face on Kelly, and then maybe just demonstrate a little bit?
Okay. We're actually going to give her a sweepy bang, something longer, so we don't and I don't want to take too much out. So
Okay, you're going to do, will this bang be asymmetric, shorter here and longer this way?
yes.
Okay, why don't you just demonstrate what you're going to do there. Now, you had told me earlier that you're going to slide. I want to turn you just a little bit more there. That's it, so we can catch this on camera. And you can see what she's doing is keeping the shears open and just sliding down the perimeter of Kelly's hair. And just gradually, you can see her just putting a little bit of tension on the shears, not completely cutting them. What that does is just gives her a varied edge here so that it's a very soft edge. Is that complete, or you want to do a little bit more? Go ahead, I'll let you go. And then Lee had said to me that she's left some bulk out here on the perimeter, and she is going to go in and lighten this up. But she said what she would like to do is actually blow the hair dry to see exactly how this hair is going to react out here on the perimeter. You can see Kelly has a little bit of natural wave in her hair. So what I'm going to let Lee do is complete this frontal section here, which will become a very soft edge, an asymmetric bang, and then we're going to let her go in and dry Kelly and just see how this moves, and then go in and fine-tune the haircut. At that point, we'll come back to her, but let's do this right now. We have our second model being cut, and we're going to bring her up and let you take a look at where we're at on that particular model. So stick with us. As promised, we're here with our second model, Kristen, and our second stylist, Angela. And what I'd like to do, you can see the color process is complete on Kristen, and I'm going to turn it over to Angela and let her explain what she has here as a finished look, and then she's going to talk a little bit about what she's going to be doing cut-wise. Angela?
As I said earlier, we went in and we put in some red highlights, and then we went in between the foils and we put in the nice warm pretty brown, and we went back in after that was all finished and just put in a few lighter pieces just around her face, just
Yeah,
to
I can
kind of break
see
it
that.
up.
I'm hoping you can pick it up, our viewing audience, being that her hair is still wet. If you can pick it up, you'll probably see it. This color will explode a little more as it dries, but you can see the red foils that she did, and we talked earlier about doing the chocolatey brown throughout the head and in between the foils, and then you can see Angela went in just to fine-tune the color and just did some slight, very fine weaves of blonde sporadically on top here. And like I said, as it dries, I think that'll pop a little bit more up in here, and you can see it now as it's drying a little bit. If I just spread that out, you can see the blonde foil that you put in here. The color looks beautiful, Angela. Okay, I see you're halfway finished your design line as far as the cut goes here. Do you want to explain where you're at and what you'll be doing just to finish this cut up?
Right now we just took a little bit of length off the back and we're leaving her a little bit longer in the front.
Right.
Just some layers through the back. She likes it pretty layered. She has really fine hair, so, you know,
Now, what will you be doing to finish this up? I'm not going to see you have the layers here.
Yes.
Now, will this kind of emanate and work forward or not? Will this in the back flare out? Will it go under?
It's going to flip out a little bit back here. This
Okay.
will more blow under and come back in through here because she has...
She has what, some shorter sections
She
up
has
there?
some shorter sections in through here already, so we're
Okay.
just going to clean this stuff up in through here.
Okay.
And I have to finish the layering around her face a little bit, but this won't as much flip out.
All right, do you want to demonstrate a little bit of what you're going to do maybe around the face for the audience? Now, will you also be fine-tuning this haircut once it's dry,
Yes, I
as
will.
Lee had said? Okay.
I'm just kind of cleaning up her layers that she already has in here.
I'm going to turn you a little bit if you
Okay,
don't mind, just
sure.
so we can pick this up.
Now, she was more layered in through the top, so I'm just kind of
So what you're doing now is just cleaning those layers up?
cleaning those layers up and adding a little bit more towards the ends.
I can see, so you're angling this out, so
Yes.
it's longer towards the outside
Yes.
perimeter. Very good. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to let Angela take Kristen back and finish the haircut up, and we will be back for a finished look. After the haircuts are complete and blown dry, we're going to send all the girls to our makeup area. But for now, let's move along to our third model.
Thank you, Perry.
You're welcome. And we're here now with Ashley, our third model, and our third stylist, Adrian. And as you can see, Ashley's chemical process is also complete. And if you remember, what Adrian did on Ashley, we did the foil with 3 different colors. There were 2 blondes in there. You can see the lighter blonde here. You can see the darker blonde back in here. And then after she did those 2 blondes, the third foil was a warm brown, a light warm brown. And then if you remember in the program, Adrian had talked about how her ends were very damaged and they were sun bleached, and she was going to go in and match up almost her natural color and just tone down those ends so the color was more even. When I say even, the color was even in between the foils. So you can see now how that came out as a finished look, and it looks wonderful, Adrian. I can see you're halfway finished your haircut here. I can see the back that you've layered this out. And is this going to flare out back here? All right, what I'd like you to do now is explain to our audience what you're going to do to finish this haircut and just demonstrate a little bit for us, please.
I am going to angle the bang front area.
Okay, so around the face you're going to angle this? All right. And exactly what are you going to do by angling? Is that going to lighten her hair up?
All forward, yeah. It's going to lighten it up.
Okay.
Make it like really soft looking. Just going to point cut around the face.
Okay, I can see your point cutting, as you had said. Is that to create variation so that the hair moves more?
Yeah.
Rather than cutting off blunt, that way if it was blunt, it would be very heavy and just lay there. Very good. All right, what we're going to do, again, I'm going to let Adrian go in. She's going to completely point cut this entirely around Ashley's face. And will that complete the haircut at that point? You had talked earlier about doing a bang. You're going to add a bang to it.
Yeah.
Do you know exactly what type of bang you're going to add? You know what? Let's save that. That'll be a surprise for our audience. We're going to save the bang section. You'll be surprised when we come back. So I'm going to let Adrian finish pointing around the face, and then we're going to hold back and see what type of surprise she has for us in the bang section. We'll complete her makeup, and then we'll bring all the models back for you. So let's move along. Let's go back to our first model now and see where Lee's at. And now we're here with Kelly, our first completed model, and Lee, the designer that did Kelly's hair today. And also joining us now will be Stephanie, who did who did Kelly's makeup. Stephanie, thanks for joining us. What we'd like to do is you'll see Kelly's before picture be brought up into the corner of the screen while we talk about her finished look here. So I'm going to turn it over to Lee first and let Lee talk about how she finished her hair up, and then we'll turn it over to Stephanie and let Stephanie tie it up with the makeup. Lee?
We went with the classic bob. Left her long around the face, and again, you saw, gave her that sweepy bang, which I think just adds to the haircut.
And Stephanie, how did you tie this all up with the makeup?
Thanks, Perry. What I did with Kelly's makeup was I started with a moisturizing foundation, which really gives her skin, leaves it glowing. And it was real simple, real conservative look, but I used, it's called Pumpkin Mist. It's a cream that I used on the eyes, cheeks, and lips. And just patch it all together with the highlights.
It looks great, especially with the color top she has on. It's all within the same color scheme. All right, very good. We hope you enjoyed this. Now let's move along to our second model. And now we're here with Kristen, our second complete model, and our designer, Angela. And obviously, again, with Stephanie, who completed the look with the makeup. I'm going to turn it over to Angela. Now, Angela, you want to talk a little bit about what you've done here to complete Kristen's look?
To complete Kristen's look, all I did was just kind of blow it around to get a lot of the moisture out, and then just flipped it out with a round brush on the bottom and blew everything else under and back a little bit.
Very good. And you can see the color now. We talked earlier in the program how what Angela did to fine-tune this color was to go in and just put a few of the blonde foils. And I talked earlier, once this was dry, how that blonde color would just jump out a little bit more. And I think now you can really see that, how she has the basic chocolate brown undertone and then the red highlights that Angela put in, but also when she went in and fine-tuned it with the blonde strands here. I think that really complements the overall color scheme and just makes it a little more dynamic. And Stephanie, do you want to talk about what you did to complete Kristen here with the makeup?
Yes, thanks, Perry. With Kristen, we really played up her eyes. She's got great, big, gorgeous eyes, and did a dramatic look. We did a thick eyeliner, liquid eyeliner on her eyes, and used the orange and red tones. Look great with the highlights that she has. Just finished that like with the cheeks, the lips.
It looks
and
great.
Eyes, yeah.
Very good. All right. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you, Angela. This was your debut today. You did very good.
Thank you.
And let's move along now to our third and final model. And now we're here with our final model, Ashley, and our third designer, Adrian. And what I'd like to talk about real quick, though, before I turn it over to Adrian and Stephanie, is the fact that we talked earlier in the program how we are associated with a company or organization called Locks of Love. And if you see Ashley's before picture on your screen, you can see that she came into the salon with much longer hair. And what we removed, I should say what Adrian removed, was this much hair. And I talked earlier in the program, in order to donate it to Locks of Love, it has to be at least 10 inches in length, which is exactly, well, this is actually about 11 inches in length. But I think it was a great gesture on Ashley's part, and I want to thank you very much, and I'm sure Locks of Love will want to thank you also. But again, if any of you are interested in donating any hair that you may want to go from a very long length to a shorter length, please contact us here at the Perry Anthony Design Group, and we'll take care of all the details. Otherwise, I'd like to turn it over now to Adrienne. Do you want to talk a little bit how you finish your hair up, and then we'll let Stephanie tie up the look with the makeup.
Well, I put some long layers into it, and when it was dry, I went in and like fanned. That means like took some bulk out of the ends to make them more wispy, like soft, so they flow a little bit more.
Right. And you can see, we had talked earlier in the program also how Ashley's hair out on the ends was very sun damaged and bleached out. And Adrienne talked how she was going to go in and do that soft brown color just to match her natural color. And you can see how perfectly that matched. There's no line of demarcation where her natural color was and where we actually toned down these ends. And Steph, do you want to talk a little bit about how you tied this look up with her makeup, keeping in mind that Ashley is 13, I think you are, Ashley, is that correct?
Thank you, Perry. Yeah, we gave her a real youthful look. Used a shimmer eyeshadow, a green shimmer shadow that goes great with her outfit, and did real pink cheeks and just gloss on her lips just to make it real natural and simple.
Very good. I want to thank Adrienne. This was your debut. You did very good today. I want to thank Stephanie again. And more than anything, we want to thank all of you, our viewing audience, for joining us today on the Perry Anthony Design Group Beauty by Design. And we hope to see you very soon in the future. Have a good evening.
That offers a complete selection of designer jewelry and hair accessories, or explore the vast array of state-of-the-art professional hair care products and styling tools available. Our developed staff of uniquely talented stylists will surely bring you into the new millennium. A thorough consultation will assure you of a satisfying result. We invite you to ask about our extensive services that range from precision haircuts, blow-drying lessons, exclusive color techniques, bridal packages, hydrotherapy treatments, fashion wigs, makeup instructions, nail art, and corporate seminars, to name a few. Your privacy and sensitivity to chemicals are always our concern. We have designated an area exclusively for those services. Our technicians are trained to complete the network of our full-service salon. You will find that their competence is both revealed in their maturity and consciousness of their craft. Our nail care area is just off the main salon and offers a full range of nail services, including nail art, a spa manicure, sculptured nails, silk wraps, pedicures with mini reflexology, foot massage, as well as a spa pedicure that includes a leg and foot mask with a paraffin dip. Allow us the opportunity to help you relax. When you enter the shampoo area, our technicians will prepare you for your services with a thorough shampoo and relaxing massage. Our cosmetic department will custom formulate any color palette. Awarded nationally and internationally for makeup design, it will assure you of exciting results. Ask about our featured makeover, instructions, and other color analysis. We also offer bridal packages for that special day. You can also be assured of our exclusive products designed for a flawless finish. Our day spa encourages a healthy quality of life with nurturing treatments and detoxifying agents to promote and improve your overall wellness. A great escape will leave you lounging in luxury. The Men's Club features distressing facials, or treat yourself to a new mom's day to celebrate your new life. Customize your own gift packages to remember for always.